This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
I want nobody to live what I've been through. This is my baby, my son, and every day goes by that I cannot talk to him, I cannot see him.
Tonight, friends and family are honoring the life of a man killed 1 year ago today. They're also calling on the community to help bring his killer to justice. Good evening at 7 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins. A vigil for Aaron Lamont Grice Jr. just wrapped up in Lawrence. He was shot and killed at Canterbury Apartments on December 26, 2018. His body was found near a dumpster in the housing complex. Grice's mother now visits the apartments every month as her search for closure continues.
I want justice now. Like all the kids ask for Christmas what they want, this is the only thing I want for Christmas is justice. Because I don't want nobody to walk my shoes.
No suspects have been named in this case. Police are asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. Volunteer firefighters in Owen County are working to figure out what's next ahead of major changes that some say could impact safety. Besides the chief, the Owen Valley Fire Department is all volunteer positions. Today, the group representing those volunteers announced they were unable to reach a contract agreement with the board that oversees the department. Some say they never had a chance to negotiate the contract and don't feel comfortable signing it in the way it is now. So on January 1st, the department will lose its agreement with the volunteer organization and potentially lose around 20 firefighters.
We run over 300 calls a year, and the majority of those are fires and car accidents. So the safety is definitely going to be a big point here because you're not going to have the manpower as you once did.
An attorney for the board that oversees the department tells RTV6 the contract offered to the volunteer organization was fair. It's the first step in an effort to eventually move to becoming a department with paid staff. Now to the Storm Team 6 forecast. Current temperatures are still in the 50s. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory joins us now.
And we would think that's amazing, right? Upper 50s this time of year, but we made it all the way up here. Not quite to record levels, but close. We missed it by 2 degrees. The record goes back to the 1800s. Terre Haute was the warmest, 67. Temperatures from Bloomington to Lafayette and Muncie all in the mid-60s. As Mark mentioned, we're at 59 right now. 54 up in Peru. The clouds have been increasing. We're kind of setting the stage maybe for a few sprinkles or isolated showers tonight through the overnight. There's a cold front coming. It will knock our temperatures back a little tomorrow before we warm back up. There's your south wind along with the cloud cover. Keeps our temperatures from changing very much between now and 10 o'clock and 11. We'll still be in the mid-50s. Just to show you overnight, these little green specks represent some very light rain showers with the cold front. How much cooler tomorrow and then what changes over the weekend? That's all coming up.
Well, today and tomorrow are expected to be the busiest travel days of the season, especially on the roads, but the worst of the rush may be almost over. According to AAA and the analytics company INRIX, traffic delays nearly doubled travel times today. AAA also says more than 115 million Americans will travel in some form this holiday season. That's the most in nearly 20 years. A popular low-cost airline is facing a lawsuit. 2 passengers say they were sexually assaulted in separate incidents on Frontier Airlines flights last year. The women say airline personnel failed to report what happened to police and help them gather evidence. The lawsuit was filed in Colorado. The reported assaults happened on flights out of Denver. Frontier says it cannot comment on the specific claims of the lawsuit, but that the airline has strict policies to protect passengers. Routine U.S. missions to monitor North Korea are taking on added significance after the president of the country issued a new warning. ABC's Inez de la Cotera has the latest tonight.
This morning, U.S. assets, including a squadron of spy planes, peering into North Korea, looking for signs of a possible missile launch. The planes, part of a routine mission, reportedly include these sophisticated reconnaissance aircraft and a Global Hawk drone. But these capabilities taking on new significance after North Korea promised the U.S. a Christmas gift, a warning many believe could hint at a missile test. Earlier this week, satellite images showed construction activity at North Korean military bases associated with missile production. But President Trump apparently not worried.
Maybe it's a nice present. Maybe it's a present where he sends me a beautiful vase as opposed to a missile test. right? I may get a vase. I may get a nice present from him. You don't know. You never know.
Trump has long bragged about his close relationship with Kim Jong-un.
We will have a terrific relationship, I have no doubt.
The two leaders have met 3 times, Trump even stepping into North Korea.
It's my honor. Would you like me to step across?
But with the U.S. unable to negotiate the denuclearization of North Korea, relations with Pyongyang have since soured. The North has tested short-range missiles a dozen times in the past year. And in April, Kim issued an ultimatum demanding the U.S. loosen the stranglehold of economic sanctions by the end of the year, again hinting at a resumption of missile tests. But as ABC's Matt Gutman explains on the ground in South Korea,
so far we haven't heard of any activity at launch sites or any increased military activity. That doesn't mean it won't happen.
Officials are still keeping their eye on 2 big upcoming events, the ruling party's plenary meeting and Kim Jong-un's New Year's address, during which North Korea could decide to announce major decisions. Inez de la Quatera, ABC News, Washington.
Lawrence police want to know if you recognize 2 suspects in a Christmas Eve bank robbery. It happened around 10:45 Tuesday morning at Huntington Bank on Pendleton Pike near Oaklandon Road. Witnesses say a man and a woman showed a note implying they were armed. Police say after getting away with money, a dye pack activated, likely covering stolen cash, clothes, and possibly the woman with red dye. You can report tips anonymously by calling Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. If you live in Marion County, you can recycle your Christmas tree for free through January 31st. You can drop off live trees at 9 different Indianapolis parks. You must remove ornaments and any other decorations. Trees should be only left at specially designated areas within the parks and only between dawn and dusk. You can find the list of drop-off sites by going to the RTV6 app and clicking on this story. If you're looking for something to do while the kids are still on winter break, there are several options around central Indiana. The Indy Auto Show kicked off at the Indiana Convention Center today. The show features all the latest models of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Organizers say you don't have to be in the market for a new car to enjoy the show.
I think the time of year it's particularly good because in between Christmas and New Year's, people are looking for things to do together. And since we've been here so long, it's kind of a family tradition. Every year we have, about half of the same people come out just to see what's new in the market.
Admission to the Indy Auto Show is $7 for adults. Kids 12 and under get in for free. It goes through January 1st. And several holiday attractions are still open for business. Christmas at the Zoo goes through December 30th at the Indianapolis Zoo. You can visit Santa's Barn, the Penguin Encounter, and much more. Winter Lights at Newfields is open through January 5th. Non-member tickets for adults cost $25. It's $17 for kids 6 through 17, and kids 5 and under get in for free. And Lights at the Brickyard will be shining brightly through January 5th at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. More than 3 million lights adorn these 2-mile course there. Ticket prices start at $25.
And so not having it, it's just kind of knowing that, well, I'm not going to be able to pass that on.
A South Bend woman is calling on a thief to do the right thing so she can pass down her wedding dress to future generations. Plus, a sad reminder about the dangers of pneumonia after the death of a 34-year-old reporter. You're watching RTV6 News at 7.
RTV6 is working for you.
A South Bend woman is taking a grassroots approach to finding an item with a lot of sentimental value for her. Stacia Giese put up a giant sign on her porch in hopes of getting her stolen wedding dress back. It says, "Feeling guilty for taking my wedding dress? No questions asked if returned." After getting married in June, Giese gave her mother her dress to have it cleaned after the wedding. Her mother shipped the dress back while Giese was out of town, and she says the package was stolen from her front porch.
I wanted to be able to have that saved, and if there was a piece of it like that my daughter or I have 2 younger sisters, if one of them wanted to use the belt or the veil, and so not having it, it's just kind of knowing that, well, I'm not going to be able to pass that on.
Giese put up the sign after she tried to find the suspect by leaving fake packages outside of her home, but her sting operation did not work. The death of an up-and-coming ESPN reporter is now shining a light on the dangers of pneumonia. ABC's Trevor Alt reports 34-year-old Ed Ashoff was otherwise healthy before coming down with an illness that led to his death on Christmas Eve.
Today, the sports world in shock, grieving the death of ESPN's rising star reporter Ed Ashoff.
How have you been able to navigate through this season? How tough is it?
The network confirming the 34-year-old died Tuesday following a rapid battle with illness.
This is tragic. At 34 years old, just
Wow. Ashoff first felt symptoms in early November, initially believing his headache and cough were caused by smog in Los Angeles. By Thanksgiving, he said he was experiencing fever, cough, and fatigue. Then on December 5th, Ashoff revealed he'd been diagnosed with bilateral pneumonia, explaining on Twitter, "I'm on day 4 of antibiotics. Days are getting better, but nights are basically fever and coughing and sweating." His condition then further deteriorated, ESPN ultimately confirming Ashoff had died on Christmas Eve, his birthday, just months before his upcoming wedding. Doctors say Ashoff displayed many common symptoms, and his death at such a young age and otherwise healthy condition should remind us how dangerous pneumonia can be.
You get an infection in the air sacs of the lungs. If you look at these chest x-rays, healthy on the left, all that black is air. On the right, you see white. That is consolidation of infection. Pneumonia kills upwards of 50,000 adults in this country every year, and this is a tragic example.
Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
Coming up, from clothes to cars, the items getting extra markdowns this post-Christmas season.
And rain chances increase as we get into the weekend. We'll talk more about the timing and what follows the rain.
It helps my sanity a lot because I'm with these two all the time.
Is this the next fitness trend? How a California CrossFit class is welcoming moms and their babies.
RTV6 is working for you.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
It can be difficult for new mothers to find time or energy to focus on their health and fitness, but there's a new trend to help change that. Reporter Kai Beach takes us to a workout class that is specifically designed for mothers.
Being a mom can be both beautiful and stressful. Now a new workout is helping them focus on themselves.
3, 2, 1.
Sled pushes.
Go, go, go.
Assault bikes. And burpees.
Get it, Tyler.
While grabbing a baby?
Oh, the deadlifts and box jumps.
This isn't your mother's workout. But it could be.
So today we have mom bods and wads.
WODs.
Air squats.
Workout of the day.
My mommy and me class.
Twice a week at CrossFit Inferno on California's Central Coast.
There we go. Good.
Moms go through an hour-long, high-intensity workout that's designed by moms for moms.
Ah! I have a almost 5-year-old boy, and he is the light of my life, but he is also a lot of work.
Exercise instructor Cassie Heidemann is a mother and a big believer that athletics can help improve emotions.
Can you bring that one hand on your hip?
Especially for postpartum moms.
When my little guy was super little, there was a lot of stress going on. So you can tell they're just wound up, pent up, not aggression, but, just stress in new moms. I put on the Guilty Pleasures playlist.
It helps my sanity a lot because I'm with these two all the time.
New mom Elaine finds her peace and pulse racing here.
So as one goes.
This mother of 2 says there's no shaming here. It's more celebrating.
And coming here, you get to talk to other moms and just get out and be social and exercise.
Into your heel.
But doing deadlifts and squat presses for time, just how much is too much too soon?
Feel it more in your glutes.
Exercising is very important for all people, in particular for mothers.
Dr. Terry Krause says typically after childbirth, mothers should start slow and wait at least 6 weeks before any rigorous activity.
When you've been pregnant for a while and delivered a baby, your body is not the same as it was previous to that, so you can't necessarily jump right back into a triathlon or whatever.
A mother herself, Dr. Krause says a mom's health is paramount for the health of the entire family.
Not only do you need to be healthy because you're a person and you matter in your own right, but your baby needs a mom who feels good about being a parent.
And go.
Back in the gym, Heidemann says the more moms work out,
good, Candace,
the more they change, both physically and emotionally.
You see just their face. You see the way that they carry themselves. Just they walk around so much more confident. There I go.
And by embracing their own health, she says these moms are role models.
Their kids actually see, and the kids will actually know, this is my mom. Like, this is my mom. She's strong. She's, again, confident, and she takes care of me. So there we go.
I'm Kai Beach reporting.
Well, looks like it works out just great there. Hey, a popular ski resort in southern Indiana is closed until further notice because it's too warm to make snow. Paoli Peaks made the announcement today saying that the slopes and tubing area will be shut down until colder air returns. Paoli Peaks uses machines to mix water and compressed air to make artificial snow.
That's a rough transition from snow to grass.
Yeah, because you're not going to go down on skis on that.
It's an abrupt stop is what it is. It will get cold enough to start recreating or building or manufacturing snow, however you want to say that. Get the snow guns going, let's put it that way. A white Christmas out in the Rockies and the northern U.S., southern Canada, but not in Indiana, aside from areas of shade where we still have some snow that is living on despite the surge in temperatures from Texas all the way into the Great Lakes. You can see the stream of moisture coming our way, but it's also keeping our temperatures way above average. 56 in Los Angeles. We're warmer than that. 36 in Kansas City, 28 in Minneapolis. Our temperature hit 65 today. That was our magic number if you're counting 5 straight days of 50 or above. That will extend, I think, to 8 straight days. Tomorrow's temperatures, although cooler, will still be above 50, and it's not until early next week that we start to change that pattern a bit. Let's talk about the weekend for a second. We'll get to your Friday in a minute. 60 Saturday, scattered showers. More widespread rain arrives Saturday night and Sunday. Some of that may be moderate rainfall, and you combine that with the melting or melted snow, and we'll have standing water around. Mild and wet on Sunday. A cold front sits to our west. This area of low pressure will wind up. It will increase our winds, but it will pull in out ahead of the rain, warm temperatures. Then on the backside, colder air will flow in, but all indications are the moisture will be gone before the cold air really arrives, and that means maybe a snow flurry or two on Sunday night into Monday, and that's really it. There's your rainfall potential. Good solid inch according to 2 out of the 3 forecast models. Temperatures right now at 59 in Indy, 60 in Terre Haute. Through the evening hours, a few areas of light showers, maybe some drizzle this evening. Then overnight into the morning hours tomorrow, the cold front may squeeze out a little more moisture, and it will deliver a wind shift, and it will start coming out of the northwest and keep our temperatures about 10 degrees cooler tomorrow. So that's a noticeable change. We're back up into the 60s as we head to the weekend. Your Friday, planning it out, lots of clouds, maybe a couple sprinkles in the morning. In the afternoon, cloudy, about 54 degrees. Temperatures from north to south struggle to hit 50 from Lafayette to Kokomo. Saturday, scattered showers around. Temperatures do warm back up to around 60. It's Saturday night into Sunday. There's your more widespread rainfall. Here's your 7-day forecast. Temperatures, although colder next week, certainly are not cold for January. We'll welcome in the new year with a 43-degree high. Chance of a little rain-snow mix on Thursday of next week.
Kevin, thank you. Many children are spending this day after Christmas playing with new toys. ABC's Trevor Alt reports some of those toys could be hazardous.
It's a beautiful sight, the joy on children's faces when they open their Christmas presents. But some holiday toys and jewelry may contain lead, which could cause serious harm to a child's health. Exposure to lead can affect development, including problems with speech, learning, listening, and growth. There's no safe blood lead level in children. You can't see lead or smell it, but some toys, especially those that have been imported, may have been made with lead-based paint, metal, or plastic. Children become exposed when they put these toys into their mouths. To protect your loved ones from potential lead exposure, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission encourages parents to check its list of recalled toys on its website, cpsc.gov. If you believe a child has been exposed to a lead-contaminated toy, remove it immediately and contact your child's healthcare provider. With this Medical Minute, I'm Trevor Alt, ABC News.
Today through the weekend is a great time to take advantage of post-Christmas sales. According to Adobe Analytics, great deals on electronics will be offered through tomorrow. Stores will start clearing shelves to make room for new electronics like devices and video games. This does not include TVs. You may see better deals for those next month. Stores are also trying to get rid of this season's clothes to make room for the new season's line. Retailers like JCPenney and Nordstrom Rack typically offer additional deals after Christmas. And if you're in the market for a new car, the consumer site Clark.com says now is the time to buy. Do your research before heading out to a lot. Forbes magazine says that on New Year's Eve in 2013, cars were discounted by up to 8.8%. You're watching RTV6 News at 7, a live view from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the lights at the Brickyard toward the downtown Indy skyline. 59 degrees I'm seeing there at this time. We're back with more after this.
$4,000 winter bonus at your local Infinity retailer.
You might call this a belated Christmas gift from Mother Nature. Solar eclipse can be seen across parts of Southeast Asia today, including Singapore, Thailand, and Indonesia. The eclipse is commonly referred to as the Ring of Fire because the moon passes in front of the sun, covering the sun's center and leaving a circle of light around the moon's silhouette.
Can I look yet? I don't have my eclipse glasses.
Right. Remember, we had to do that here.
Yeah, and we will get to again coming up. We'll be in the path of totality, as they call it, as a total solar eclipse.
Can't wait for that, and can't wait to see you at 11.